Hello and welcome everybody to yet another season of BOCE, Battle of Central Europe. It's the third season already, and it's just way bigger than it used to be before, and that's of course mostly thanks to the sponsors SteelSeries, Hitbox, eBattle and Vinotech. So huge shout out to them for actually making this tournament happen. I'm of course from HeflaTV. I am coacher, the English coverage for you for the entire tournament. We're gonna have two channels running almost simultaneously every single day, at least for the group stages. For the playoffs, it's gonna be a little bit more relaxed, but lots of great Dota to come. It's a two-game series what we're looking at here: House of Gamers versus Commander Minus. And well, we'll see which one can take the upper hand. I have to say, I haven't seen Commander Minus in action before, so I don't really know what to expect. House of Gamers, I used to cast them a little bit more when I was more occupied with Join Dota League than anything else, but I have to say I haven't seen them for quite some time either, and some names I don't even recognize for their lineup. So we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely excited to just see any kind of Dota, so fingers crossed for the best kind possible. So looking at the bans, House of Gamers having the first pick, or not the first pick, rather the second pick, banning out the Brewmaster, and do they take out the Dev Prophet for example? Whereas Commander Minus just banning out a Viper as well as a Tidehunter. I'd have to say rather standard bans. Nothing really stands out all that much. I guess Viper isn't a first ban all that often nowadays, but it's still a pretty solid hero. I haven't, since I just told you I haven't done my homework, I don't know if House of Gamers like to play the Viper often or not, but Faceless Void actually funny enough banned by House of Gamers, and Commander Minus picking up a straight off Razor, and House of Gamers, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we would see a Death Prophet now, or Ogre Magi is still available if you want to go for those crazy supports early, maybe a Skyrift Mage even. Although I do have to say Skyrift Mage, he isn't as popular as he used to be, not by a long shot. It's still a pretty damn strong hero to be honest. But Ogre does somewhat overtake him. Even Vengeful Spirit has become way more popular than it used to be. Especially if you should run Ogre and Vengeful together. You have double stuns if you want to roam around. Yes, neither of them has just excellent range or anything, but it still might be enough. Plus, with the Bloodlust and the Vengeance Aura, you can boost the damage of your core hero by so damn much. From early to the late game, just every single stage of the game, it can be relevant. Of course, Bloodlust, you might not get it that early, but all in all, it can be of great use. But also Gamers, they start with a Death Prophet. I still wouldn't mind the Vengeful Spirit together with this at all, just because any kind of minus armor will make Death Prophet even stronger. Exorcism, purely physical damage. So it might be worth it going for that. Although maybe they want to go for like heavy kind of burst, so Scarf Mage could still be coming out. No, House of Gamers, go for the Elder Titan instead. So Elder Titan, of course, with the natural order, will make the base armor kind of useless, and that of course will also boost up the damage of the Death Prophet. And Elder Titan, I don't know even why, but somehow he got all of a sudden so damn popular. Whether it be as a support, offlaner, just teams are trying and experimenting him with everywhere. And the natural order, even the Split Earth to be honest, does quite a lot. Echo Stomp has a pretty huge range, especially if you can micro the Astral Spirit correctly and have the Echo Stomp for the Astral Spirit and yourself, so you cover a pretty huge area there. And if it's maxed out, it's a pretty long sleep as well, which allows you to set up other things. Like maybe even Death Prophet Silence. You like Silence first, then Crit Swarm all of them who are in the line. Yes, the sleep will break, but they take damage, they're silenced, they can't do anything afterwards. So Commander Minus now, what do they go for? And it's the Ogre Magi, man. I just love to see that hero. You can almost never go wrong with that hero. It's just fun to watch, fun to cast. Plus, if you're even a little bit lucky, the multicasts, I mean, that's the one thing that's the strength of Ogre Magi, especially if you get the Aghanim Scepter. If you somehow manage to get your level 16, you have your Aghanim Scepter, so between the Fire Blast and the Unrefined Fire Blast, you can actually solo kill enemy cores. Or maybe if not completely solo kill, get them pretty damn low so that the other 4 of your heroes can just finish up the job rather easy. And it cannot be said for many supports that have the ability to do that. And like I already mentioned, Bloodlust as well coming out. I guess Razor, well, it can help, of course. Razor is pretty speedy already, with the Bloodlust even more so. And when you steal enough damage with the Static Link, having the extra attack speed will also just start stacking up the damage. But looking at the next set of bans now, Commander Minus, banning out the Jakiro. They just want to limit the possibility of House of Gamers going for a really strong push. I mean, between the Exorcism and Liquid Fire, it would be pretty strong indeed, and the craziest thing would be that they don't even need to pop the Exorcism to go for the tower. They can just slowly try to siege it with the Liquid Fire. And once Commander Minus feel comfortable enough to go for a fight under the tower, that's when Death Prophet can pop his Exorcism, if they really just want to play it out slow and tactical. But House of Gamers, they have removed a Drow Ranger themselves. Drow, of course, boosting up any kind of ranged heroes attack damage can be nice. Ogre, of course, will just help out even more. Drow Ranger can stay at a distance, or just orb walk, kind of just right click and follow people down, or kite them around by just running away, turning around, right clicking with the frost arrow, slowing them down, then running away a little bit again. We'll see, or well, rather, we won't see it, unfortunately. Slark now though, banned out by Commander Minus, just a slippery fish, hard to deal with. Can pounce away from Static Link if need be, for example. But now Medusa banned out by House of Gamers. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, I just had to cough for a second. I'm gonna have to get like a hat. Like a beer hat, but not with beer, just water. So I would have the straw in my mouth at all times and can just drink a little bit. But in any case, guys, never mind about that. So House of Gamers, what do they go for? Do they go for a just completely mid-game oriented lineup with a small amount of late game, or do they just go for a core now? So far, I guess they have a mid laner with the Death Prophet and maybe an off laner in the Elder Titan, unless they want to run the Elder Titan as a support. So what could they go for? If they want to go for off laners, oh never mind, Tidehunter is banned. I guess Centaur is still available. Although I think just running Elder Titan would be just as good in the offlane in that case already. So they go for a Witch Doctor. It can of course help out in pushing, just have that Voodoo Restoration, of course, keep the creeps alive. Although it's becoming a little bit more common to actually go for like only 1 point into Voodoo Restoration and then going for the Maledict. It depends on what lineup you're up against and whatnot as well, of course, but it's not that bad of a choice. Maledict might be a little bit hard to just land. So if they don't have proper stuns, they might not go for that build, and it all depends really. But Commander Minus, they go for a Puck. I just love that hero in general. So elusive, just devastating. The amount of magic burst if you go in Blink, Waning Rift and Illusory Orb to follow. Suddenly almost all the heroes are down to half HP. Well, all the heroes who get caught by those two spells that is. And of course Dream Coil, just excellent lockdown mechanic. And it does synergize reasonably well with the Razor. I mean, you pop the Dream Coil, then static link up anybody who gets hit by it. And they either have to choose stay there and have your damage stolen, or try to run away and break the coil. On a level 1 coil, it's not that big of a deal because the stun isn't all that long, but let's say it's a level 3 coil with Aghanim Scepter. Whether you have BKB or not doesn't help you. Well, if you have BKB before the Dream Coil even comes out, yes, then you won't be affected, but Dream Coil, otherwise, it's a 4.5 second stun if it's Aghanim Scepter and level 3. It's absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, I've seen, I think like 3, maybe 4 Aghanim Scepter pucks. 2 of them have worked out wonders, the third didn't really do all that much, just because the enemy didn't have any need to run away from the Dream Coil, with the nature of their lineup and the nature of the pucks team. But House of Gamers, 4th pick about to come now. They have their 1 support, maybe even 2, but I still think it's Elder Titan offlane for them. So they need a safe laner, maybe even go for a jungler. You could go for an Enigma, for example, if you really wanted to. Just additional lockdown, Black Hole, can catch the puck rather easily as well. Some additional pushing coming out from the Eidolons. It is always a little bit scary to go for that kind of draft, of course, just because, well, you might get punished heavily. But no, they go for a Clockwork instead. That's a hero that, wow, isn't seen all that often. It depends on the team. Some teams really love that hero, but most teams just tend to go for Tidehunters or Centaurs or whatnot. But of course, Tidehunter banned out, even Faceless Void for an offlaner taken out. And Clockwork, well, you can just keep people in place for the Death Ward, for the Exorcism to focus that one hero down. Maybe the Earth Splitter from the Elder Titan. It should be like 100% guaranteed hit almost. Puck maybe can escape with a nice Illusory Orb. And now Commander Minus, they're going for a Lycan. Lycan, well, you're pretty spready if you get the ultimate off, but if you're in the Hogs at the same time, it doesn't really help you. Commander Minus, of course, they might be looking at just a couple of 4 staffs now. for staves to make sure they can exit the HoGs. And Clockwork most likely will try to build towards a Blade Mail. Otherwise, if you trap in a Lycan just, he can in theory chew you up, just eat you up completely. So if you have a Blade Mail, you can buy some additional time, and maybe by that time House of Gamers, the rest of their heroes will just have cleaned up already. And one combination I didn't mention is just Power HoGs into Maledict. It can be used as well, just as a perfect setup. So we'll see. Dazzle will be the last ban for House of Gamers. They don't want Commander to have just the extra armor coming out from the weave, nor do they want to deal with the minus armor. And not only that, just Dazzle overall, keeping people alive, the Shadow Wave as well as the Shallow Grave. Really excellent abilities both. And Shadow Wave can bounce off of the Wolves of Lycan as well. So they can do quite a lot of damage, especially if the Wolves are invis and just are sneaking up to somebody. Just a little bit of water, sorry guys. So House of Gamers now, 5th pick about to come out. What do they go for? What is it going to be? They still need a safe lane core, since Elder Titan and Witch Doctor look to be supports. Anti-Mage is available, I guess. Wraith King was banned out by Commander Minus. Usually I don't like most melee heroes if you're running a Clockwork as well, because the Clockwork Power HoGs might screw up the melee heroes themselves. They just have to go around them. At least they're not going to get pushed back because they're teammates, but whoa, House of Gamers. They went pretty damn greedy with the last pick here, but Terrorblade, it does fit into the lineup in the sense of you get more push, man. Terrorblade, you win a fight, and you lose towers, or the enemy team just loses towers straight after. Terrorblade, the Metamorphosis with the illusions, the Conjure Image. It is just too damn strong, to be honest. It's so sick. It's not even funny how much it can accomplish. They're gonna have to keep the Terrorblade alive though. That's the biggest deal. I guess with the Clockwork zoning, it might be enough. Elder Titan just trying to help them Witch Doctor, Paralyzing Cask, and Voodoo Restoration. But Commander Minus now, what do they go for as their own last one? They need a support as well, unless they themselves want to run an Enigma, for example. At the moment though, something like a Lion wouldn't be all that bad. Of course, Lion might be just easy fodder for the Clockwork, but Hex and Mana Burn, or Mana Drain rather, both of them can get rid of the Terrorblade illusions. Plus, Finger of Death onto Terrorblade. I mean, the best way to deal with Terrorblade is just burst him down completely. Or maybe Silences might work as well, but they have a Silence from Puck already. I think Lion would be excellent. Maybe Shadow Shaman, if you want some additional like counter push with the Ether Shock, as well as some push with the Mass Serpent Wars of your own. That could also be viable. You can take down one less illusion because you don't have Mana Drain, and maxed out Mana Drain is only 4 seconds, or 5 seconds cooldown. But nope, it's a Lich instead, so they went for the route of getting extra armor for themselves. I mean, Elder Titan, yes, he reduces base armor, but Lich, he gives bonus armor, not additional base. So it might work out. Of course, keeping the buildings alive as well for a little bit longer with the ice armor. Some burst, I guess. If he goes for Aghanim Scepter, for example, you can almost just guarantee clear off all the illusions, because it will keep on bouncing forever until it just gets split up or there are no more targets anymore. So it's not a bad item choice, I think, for Lich if they want to go for the Aghanim Scepter, or if he's going to get that amount of farm at all. But that's really... or it's going to be probably a little bit hard. I am though a little bit just excited about how they're going to lane this. Do they run it just safe lane Lycan, or actually Lycan heading towards the mid lane, leaving a Razor with the Ogre Magi safe, and might be Puck Lich off lane? Well, it's not bad laning as... excusez-moi. Sometimes I forget to do one small thing and it's... okay, done. Just the minimap icons otherwise are way too damn small, So, we have a straight off pause coming, but that just gives me the perfect time to introduce the lineup to you guys. So, for the side of K-, Pure Evil playing on the Ogre Magi, leaving Insolent on the Razor, with Kikoni taking up the Lycan for the mid lane, as Poison will be the Lich for the off lane, maybe just denying a creep for the Puck, and Hawkeye will be playing the last one on the Puck. And looks like we are having some lags on some certain players as House of Gamers. Well, I guess all of them might have some just massive lag. Okay, hopefully they can get it fixed, or maybe worst case scenario we're gonna have to rehost this and go for another just server or something. But for House of Gamers, Malum will be playing the Terrorblade, leaving a moment on the Elder Titan with Faith in Strangers on the Witch Doctor, Slash Strike on the Death Prophet, and the last one will be Akira on the Clockwork. Okay, so... okay, don't mind Hawkeye. He has potato internet. So I guess we're just gonna have to remake, maybe? We'll see. No Dota 2 network. Oh god. No! Dota 2 network is down. That's not a good thing. Well, he has reconnected, but... oh, if we have to remake now... oh, we might not be able to get out again. Oh, that's not fun times. Well, if it's really unplayable for them, then, well... okay, so... they have high ping, packet loss. And maybe it's just Valve overall messing up, I don't know, because... I guess it's not, because then it would be messing up for everybody, I guess. Although, Luxembourg servers should be pretty good. I mean, if you're from Sweden, you should have pretty good internet, I think. So we're gonna have some more disconnects, reconnects. Maybe players start trying to restart the routers or whatnot. So... I'm gonna just ask them for a second. Or what? I'm pretty sure I typed in something, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, it's just lagging for me as well, I guess. I think it's lagging for everybody, maybe. Well, I guess people are just gonna wait a little bit, try to restart their internets or whatnot, and... looks like House of Gamers, I mean, House of Gamers, all in all, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but it should be kind of an internet cafe from... in Sweden, not from Sweden, in Sweden. So they're probably playing from there, at least most of them will be, I think. So, I don't know now. I'm not an actual admin, I'm just the caster creating the lobbies. So fun times, guys, fun times ahead. And we can't even remake because, well, Dota 2 network is down. So more or less the perfect like timing. Just as we get into the game number 1, bam, Dota 2 network screwed up. It's Volvo. Volvo, please! Please fix now. Otherwise, I'm just gonna talk myself crazy here. I mean, it's not like there's too much to talk about. Maybe it's like, is Lich gonna stay with the puck on the offlane? Oh my god. Triple the excitement. Double the action. Well, for House of Gamers at least, it looks pretty standard. I mean, Akira, SLH set, playing on the Clockwork, heading towards the offlane. So with a defensive tri-lane save. But looking at this tri-lane, how well would it actually do against the dual lane of Lich and Puck? They shouldn't have too much kill potential. I mean, Paralyzing Cask, not nearly enough of a lockdown, I think. So it wouldn't be a bad dual lane, and both of them being ranged as well means that Elder Titan should probably just have to keep on pulling through and not do almost anything else. And Lich at some point can start harassing the Terrorblade rather heavily as well with the Frost Blast, if the lane is going decently for them. So it might work out. That would of course mean that Ogre, he would have to deal with the Ogre Magi solo. Not Ogre Magi, with the Clockwork. Ogre Magi would have to deal with the Clockwork solo, trying to harass him off. Clockwork, I mean, Ogre is tankier and does a little bit more damage with base. But Clockwork can go for the battery assault and the power cogs, which is always gonna be scary. Even if you're Ogre. Ogre might be able to survive that, especially if Razor comes in with the static link onto the Clockwork at the same time. But usually, you will like want the lane to be around this area here. This area here. And then have the just support harass the offlane around this area. Just make it so that he can't even get in an XP range or anything. So, Dota 2 network is still down. Which means that we are royally screwed. If this server is bad for them, I mean, I guess any server might be bad at the moment. And well, oh, it's fine now, maybe? Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed that it's fine. They're gonna try at least, so we're gonna unpause. Maybe we're gonna get paused again. Oh, well, chat can definitely start introducing me to the Bulgarian Chalga culture, whatever it may mean. I'm gonna... well, the pause is over, but you can type it into the chat and I'll see what I can just pick up from chat in the meantime. I mean, learning about any culture is always nice. Insolent, gonna run into Akira already. Clockwork has the power cogs, but oh, Razor a little bit faster, of course. Not stealing the craziest amount of damage because static link is only a level 1. But just a little addition for Insolent, gonna help out. Takes 1 tower hit, but no biggie. He's just gonna have the base region of 1. It's gonna be enough anyway. Doesn't need to eat the tango for this, I think. So, decent-ish start. I mean, it's no big deal for really anybody. Maybe just like 1 tango eaten from Clockwork, maybe even 2. But it's not that big of a deal, like I mentioned. As Pure Evil, scouting out for the rune at the moment. Power Cogs already came out, pushing back Insolent as well. So they're having already a small just battle here. As what rune is Pure Evil gonna get? Haste, maybe? Oh yeah, oh man, called it! Haste, can he set anything up with this though? And I think he jumped the gun a little bit, or did he? They're gonna go for SLH, Pure Evil gonna come in, never mind, Power Cogs, gonna push Ogre Magi back. He can maybe even go into the mid lane, although the killing potential there with a Lycan level 1, definitely not all that great. Although Death Prophet is pretty slow, so with the Ignite on her as well, it might have just been enough. I still would like to see Ogre Magi maybe waiting a little bit, seeing how the lanes pan out and whatnot. Although, I guess you just didn't leave too much to the imagination with the laning of House of Gamers. Once you see the Clockwork on the offlane, it's pretty much set, and oh man, look at this. Hawkeye together with Poison. They have the Howl already, and well, we have some lag kicking in. So yeah, fun times, man, fun times. Dota 2 network, still not back. Gaben, please have mercy. Yes, Malum claims to have a 3-second delay as well. That's definitely not enough to just play, and well, chat, just start. Well, introducing the Bulgarian Chalga, whatever it means, culture. Or I don't know. God damn, Volvo. Why did you mess up now? The first day of BOCE. The first day. Oh, so there are there are mixed opinions in the chat, man. Some say it's crap, some say it's awesome. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think anymore. Guys, chat, stop trolling me. And by stop trolling, I mean, yes, please troll me more. Well, as a spectator, I don't really feel it. Okay, well, the only lag I have is when the just chat input. Oh my god, it's really long. So yeah, that's happening. Everybody's lagging. I don't know. Okay, so I have chat delay. Otherwise, I don't feel it. At least, thank God for that. Thank God I don't see them lagging or the server isn't lagging in that way. But yeah, we can't even remake, so I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to contact some of the admins, if they're even around. They should be around, at least 1 or 2 of them. If Volvo network would work. Goddamn Dota network. It would be so fast. Just remake, bam, done. Bam, remake, done. We would already be in the game. We would be at the exact same seconds already. But Volvo cannot cooperate. It's not possible. Guys, so we're gonna have to just make a circle. Of like... We have to connect our hands and pray to God Gaben. For it to just make the network work again. I missed my block lag. Lols. Okay. So everybody's lagging. Everybody's missing CS. Everything is screwed. We cannot get anything done. And that's exactly how a game of Dota should be. Lots of pauses. I mean, I have a friend in real life who doesn't play Dota, but every single time he comes to watch me cast Dota, we have pauses. So he literally thinks that every single game of Dota has pauses. Which isn't too just far off the mark, really. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but it's the sad truth. At least we have the pause function, I guess. So that's a good sign. I mean, just imagine this game, Dota overall, not having just the ability to pause. How screwed would it be? I mean, literally, there wouldn't be any competitive Dota at all, I think. Doesn't ping work? I don't even know how to freaking ping. Or maybe it's just lagging and not pinging. I'm pretty sure it just ping like that, right? I can almost remember using it before. Okay, go rejoin Steam. Got Dota now. Well, try Steam restart. I guess I'm gonna have to restart Steam as well. I don't even understand if they themselves want to restart Steam and to see if it works that way for them. I guess so. If it doesn't work, we go Stockholm. So I'm gonna just leave it like that at the moment. I'm not gonna disconnect or anything because I have no clue what happens, and I wouldn't want to just miss out because there's no Dota TV for this anyway either. And since I'm the host of the lobby, I don't think it matters these days. So yeah, they themselves are gonna restart Steam and come back. Hopefully it works for them because I'm not having huge issues. Thank God. Fingers crossed, guys. Knock on wood. Do every little superstition thing you just believe in. There aren't even any last hits. There's just nothing going on. Nothing at all. Okay, one has reconnected. Man, that reconnecting pretty damn fast, to be honest. Steam restart, you would think it takes a little bit longer, but it's like bam, wham, bam, disconnected, restarted, reconnected. All is well, all is good. Cheese can be sold for 500 gold. Best tip of the day, man. Maybe we're even gonna see it. Okay, Akira doesn't have any lag anymore. Oh! Guys, please! Please! Can it really work? Oh, it's minus ping. Oh man, I'm so stupid. Why the hell would I have to put minus there? I mean, every like console commands work without otherwise. Well, who cares? Who cares? And no, a moment. Another pause. Just please, somebody. Oh yeah. Whew, thank God. I swear to God, it's the first time ever I've hoped for somebody to be AFK. That's the craziest thing. Okay, now we've got this underway for a little bit at least. But I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, I've used ping in console before. Oh, yeah, it just it got delayed. The console command worked. It worked as I wanted it to. I just wanted to check everybody's ping, but never mind that. Let's not distract ourselves with any picture but the game anymore. So Hawkeye taking quite a lot of damage just from the right clicks of Witch Doctor, who has some pretty nice attack animation and decent-ish base damage. Now Poison gonna come in with the Frost Blast though. But still, Puck took quite a lot of damage there. Astral Spirit chased him down as well for quite some time. Pure Evil, he's completely out of mana already. I guess he's used the Ignite and most likely got them power cocked a couple of times maybe as well. He has a Clarity, so all is fine. He's gonna pick up a rune as well. Maybe even gonna get a Regen rune if he's lucky enough. And I think that's exactly why he hasn't popped the Clarity quite yet. It does last for quite a lot of time, the Clarity, so you would want to wait it out. It's an Invis rune though, it's not bad. Pop your Clarity, pick up the Invis, unless he really wants to leave it for the Lycan. Which is also a possibility for sure. Yes, Faith in Strangers, can they go for Puck? I mean, they don't have anything to pounce to, unless they're really close with Lich. Now there's the Paralyzing Cask. Nice spread though. It does bounces once to both, but not that big of a deal really. Pure Evil still trying to just smack at Akira. And Invis rune, it was picked up, but he couldn't do anything with it. Clarity, still not used either. So rather passive early game, just everybody's trying to farm up as best as they can. 9 and 3 up on Terrorblade. So Razor doing a little bit better. 13 and 7. Lycan mid lane. 12 and 5 compared to a Death Prophet's 9 and 2. So far actually outlast hitting the Death Prophet, which isn't the most usual of things. Malum got Frost Blasted. We already used Metamorphosis as well. Hasn't skilled up anything else. Never mind, level 2 Metamorphosis plus Conjure Image now. It was a little bit weird that he even popped the Metamorphosis with it only being level 1. But I guess why the hell not? Slash Strike has his own bottle now as well, at least. Of course, it took him a little bit longer to get that because he went for the Null Talisman first, whereas Lycan just went for the Stout Shield, had some shared tangos, and then straight off bottle afterwards. So had a little bit more gold to work with. Oh, Frost Blast catches on Malum as well. Now, I think it wasn't the main blast, just the AoE of it, so Malum, he's fast enough now to run away. With the boots of speed, 365 movement speed. Puck doesn't have boots, neither does Poison. Lich, of course, had to upgrade the courier as well, probably, I think. Ogre Magi, getting some form of farm as well, trying to double pull through. But he's just so low on mana, he can't do much at all to a Clockwork. So Clockwork, he is level 3.5 thanks to that. Could be doing a little bit better, but for an offlane Clockwork, it's not all that bad. You just need a level 6 and you're gonna be fine. Well, you're gonna be fine at least if you start ganking around or whatnot. And at least Death Prophet should have a just rather easy time mid lane as well. Yes, Lycan is ahead in last hits, but at least Death Prophet isn't really threatened by any of the supports of K-. So lane is pushing in once again, as it should be with Lich having a level 2 into Sacrifice. I absolutely love Lich builds that go for level 2 into Sacrifice before just maxing out Frost Blast or even going for Ice Armor early on. Sometimes you see like 1, 1 and 1, but level 1 Sacrifice, it really doesn't just provide enough mana for you, I think. Now though, oh, I missed First Blood. Screw me. Damn. Sorry guys, but Lycan gets the First Blood onto the Death Prophet, and now Witch Doctor dropping a little bit low as well. Not gonna die, of course. But Lycan with the ultimate, as well as Ogre Magi rotating in. Did he get a rune for that as Terrorblade? Well, the kill of the Lich as I take my eyes off of that. I'm on a roll here, guys. I am on a freaking roll. Miss one. Tried to figure out what happened. Missed the other one. So I'm gonna check if some runes were... An illusion rune, I guess it shouldn't allow you to gank that efficiently, but Ignite and Fire Blast might already be enough. Death Prophet this early on, not that fast. Witchcraft not maxed out, of course, yet, because he's only level 5. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more attentive. Well, but in any case, Lycan got the First Blood. He's farming pretty damn well. Oh, a moment might be in some trouble. Frost Blast connects Hawkeye. Illusory Orb gonna get dodged. Oh, Hawkeye actually jones to it pretty fast, but a moment should be fast enough with his boots, I think. Or they really want to keep on going, or they're gonna back off in the end. Slash Strike was coming in as well on the Death Prophet, so they do back off in the end. So no more kills happening quite yet. 6 minutes in, 1 and 1. First Blood took quite some time to happen, and it always happens to me almost. At least when I'm solo casting, I just get spaced out in my talking at sometimes. But now Haste Rune gonna be bottled up by Lycan, so doesn't even need the Shapeshift. Of course, Shapeshift is faster than Haste speed these days, but just having the Haste might already be enough to chase down the Death Prophet if the Ignite connects. They want to go in it. The Wolves resummon from Koini as well. Top lane Malum I think he should be fine. Probably at least. Slash Strike has to be careful, extremely careful. Shapeshift comes off, he's gonna pop it as well. There's the Fire Blast to begin with, Ignite to follow as well. Oh man, look at the right click, just nothing for Slash Strike to do. Haste Rune, not even needed for Kikoini now. And in the meantime, top lane, no, never mind, they're not gonna go for Malum. He doesn't have his ultimate yet, no Sunder, but they are just a little bit too low leveled. If they had level 5 on Puck, had a Waning Rift on level 2 and maybe a Illusory Orb on level 2, they could have gone for it or attempted it at least. And, well, funny enough, K-, their lane is pushing in now. Malum taking quite a lot of damage just from the Frost Blast. We have a rotation as well coming in from the Ogre Magi. It being nighttime, House of Gamers, I don't think they know of this. And they are completely baiting things out. They want to go for the kill. In the meantime, looking at the farm on bottom, Razor 40 and 21 compared to a 12 and 0 Clockwork. I mean, Clockwork, yes, he wasn't harassed that heavily. I mean, Ogre Magi tried his best. But still not getting too many last hits. Every time he tries to go close, probably Razor just activates the static link, which by now is maxed out as well. Oh, Malum taking some extra harassment. Just Frost Blast and Illusory Orb. They're trying to bring him as low as possible, although Voodoo Restoration just gonna bring him back up. They still don't have vision on Pure Evil, but daytime is gonna hit, and that's gonna make it a little bit easier for them. Unless Pure Evil, come on. Oh, why did you back off at that time? Faith in Strangers, is he gonna run into them? A moment comes in as well, and they don't actually go at all. Slasher Strike couldn't even bottle anything up. Whatever was there, probably a Bounty Rune, just got denied by the Wolves. So nice micro from the Lycan. Razor bottled up a double damage rune for himself. Not too often you see safe lane Razors going for bottle, but I guess it worked out now. He got the double damage after all. Mid lane Kikoini drops low, but can escape. No bottle charges, no nothing, but Slash Strike. I think he actually could have just kept on running and another Creep's form would have gotten the kill. But he chose to back off. Smoke of the Seat on the ground as well, left by Pure Evil. Has a Soul Ring ready, so he shouldn't really have too many mana issues at most times. Might go for Tranquil Boots next. As Lycan finishes up his Vlads, gonna run all the way back home. And oh, did he leave this smoke on the ground here just so the Lycan can come in, pick up the smoke into the Roshan? He is level 8, so he might be able to do it solo at the moment. Medallion of Courage, of course, would be a great tool to just assist with that, but I think he should be able to do it anyway. Maybe wait for level 9 and then go. But he should be fine nonetheless. So looking at the net worth, Lycan, he's number 1 by quite a large margin. But of course, Malum on the Terrorblade now has completely gone into the jungle, leaving the supports to farm off the lane instead. Oh, smoke breaks Pure Evil, he knows somebody is around. The pinks come out and they want to go for a Slasher Strike. Well, Shapeshift was used, but he started backing off in time. So that's just the Shapeshift. Howl popped now as well, level 2. Just going for the maximum amount of damage on the tier 1. Slasher Strike, still struggling a little bit, 35 and 5 compared to a 61 and 13 Lycan. It's extremely surprising. Of course, he got that first blood with the help of the Ogre Magi, who's gonna run into Faith in Strangers. But Slasher Strike, is he gonna go down now? No, the Ignite stopped. Whether it was the Fire Blast or Ignite, I think it was the Ignite cast. But Witch Doctor stopped it with the Paralyzing Cask. Not too sure if they could have followed up anyway. Malum drops down to half HP in the jungle. And he's really low on mana as well, Hawkeye. If only he had the Blink Dagger. If only, but, well, he didn't, so no kills there. And Terrorblade, he's still a pretty long way away from being that just unkillable force that wrecks everything. At the moment, he can still die rather easy. I mean, 663 HP with your treads and agility. It's just nothing. Nothing at all. A moment, going for a Soul Ring of his own as well. So Elder Titan and Ogre Magi are going for similar item builds here, at least for the time being. Elder Titan might look for a Force Staff next, or maybe that Yule Scepter, which is pretty common. Just Yule's up, somebody up, Echo Stomp to follow. But support, although they want to leech the XP from their own safe lane now, they have to be a little bit careful. Lich is level 6 now, so with just the Frost Blast, Chain Frost and the Illusory Orb might already be enough to get a kill on most anybody. And now Akira, oh, he's on the hunt for Ogre Magi. Battery Assault, Power Cogs as well. They are maxed out, there's the Rocket Flare. Pure Evil can't even go for stuns just because, well, oh, he even used the hook shot there. Just to make sure he doesn't get stunned in return, so he gets the solo kill. Hookshot used for it, but not that big of a deal. He's gonna run back home maybe. Yeah, he doesn't have any mana, so he's gonna go back home, and in 50 seconds time, it's gonna be up already. Poison. Does he have any other items? Nope, just boost of speed. Going for wards, and whoa, Razor! He went for a 12-minute Midas. Maybe they're gearing up for late game. Not too sure how good of a choice this is, especially up against Terrorblade. I mean, they have a nice lockdown, decent AoE to try to deal with the Terrorblade even later on, but I don't know if I would want to take those chances. He could have just gone for straight off Aghanim's, for example, go for some push of their own. Mech, of course, isn't that popular anymore because Razor, similar to a Viper, would just run out of mana if they increase to the mech mana cost these days. But man, Midas. It wasn't all that late considering you had a bottle and face boots as well, to be honest. And Lycan is already farming extremely well. And oh, a Puck Blink Dagger already as well, so that's a huge item pickup. Astral Spirit is trying to scout things, just push out the lane, get some damage. And oh, they saw the Witch Doctor, I think. The pings came out. It was Poison pinging them on the Lich. They just want to set up some kills. I mean, they have the Blink on Puck after all. Can they find anybody though? Malum farming up the jungle. Has been doing it for quite some time. Up to 1.7k gold. If he's going for a Radiance, I can't say I like it, but is he even gonna get caught? The ward comes down now. They're gonna eat their way through, or maybe it was eaten from Malum. Come on, do they have vision? Anything? Can they catch up? But they're there with all 5 almost. There's Kikoini as well. Malum takes quite a lot of time just from the plasma field. But there's the hook shot. Perfectly done. Blocks out dude. Chain Frost comes through. Dream Coil lands on free as well. Now 15 Rangers. He comes back in. Chain Frost gonna bounce a couple of times to him. They get the kill, and now Slash Strike suddenly the only one alive from there. Elder Titan didn't even come in. I think the Prophet should be fast enough to run away. A moment. Going for the Echo Stomp. Dodged from Kikoini. A few more right clicks might be enough. Come on. Crit. Crit. Not gonna happen. Ultimate ends. Illusion Orb comes through as well. They need a little bit more, man. Can they do it though? One more right click plasma field insolent. He gets the kill. What a fight. And now a moment. Slowed down from the ignite. He should be able to survive anyway. He should have enough HP. Magic 1 level 7 charges. But what a fight that was. Beautiful Dream Coil with the Chain Frost as well. I have to say Hookshot Power Cogs, they were pretty nice, but the follow up from K- was just way too good. Whereas House of Gamers, they had nothing at all they could do. Death Prophet didn't even attempt to go for the Exorcism or anything like that. So K- get even farther ahead. They chased down the Death Prophet as well. I had my doubts for a little bit, but they went for a Kikoini. Gonna go for the Necrobook next. Almost has level 1. Faith in Strangers. Gonna. Oh, Maledict up as well. Does Akira have hookshot? 1 second. He's gonna have to land it. Oh, he misses it. There's Pure Evil Fire Blast. Doesn't get the multicast, but not necessary. All that matters is that Lycan makes it out. And looking at the graphs now, 6k net worth lead all of a sudden. Almost 6. Slightly over 5k for K- in XP, but Slash Strike now. There's the Exorcism. Pure Evil comes in from the side. Has the Soul Ring if he wants to stun up Malon. He's going to go for the Ignite first. Slow him down. No Fire Blast quite yet. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. They have the Shapeshift. Level 2 if need be. Poison doesn't have the Chain Frost though. Tower still alive, of course. And are they gonna go in? They're waiting. More TPs to come. Mr. Razor instant. Pretty low on mana, but he has an Invis Rune. There's the... Oh, Fire Breath onto Slash Strike. Can they get some crits? They need some additional lockdown. Nice power cogs, but Hawkeye, he blinks in Dream Coil. Catches free again. Nice Illusion Rope into the double silence. Kikoini is on the run from Malum, who does quite a lot with his Metamorphosis, but it's 2 for 0 so far. And, well, everybody from House of Gamers have to back off again. Akira, he's on the run. Should be able to run away as well with the power cogs cooling off. Waiting on the high ground for some unfortunate soul to just run into him. But man, 8-2. K-. I hadn't seen them before, but they are playing damn well in this game at least. Maybe they got exactly the kind of draft they wanted, but they are making it work. And now Akira, oh, they're gonna go for Ogre Might. Multicast comes out, but there's the Death Ward as well. Battery Assault. Maledict was already activated. It's level 2. Just nowhere for the Ogre to run. Hookshot. Oh, just to get to safety Clockwork. Wanted to make damn sure that nobody can turn around on him and just get a counter kill. The revenge kill, so to say. But look at Slash Strike. 0-4-0. That's not how you want your Death Prophet to be. Just, even last hits. Not doing like horrible, but would expect her to do a little bit better, to be honest. His KDA is just 0-4-0, man. A little bit sad to watch, but they only have 3 kills on House of Gamers. It's not like K- have a crazy amount, I mean 8 kills. But it's just the items that they have. The blink on puck is just so damn crucial. And now there's smoke from Insolent and Pure Evil. They're gonna see the Astral Spirit coming through. At the moment, yeah, well, he's gonna get caught for sure. No idea it's coming. Shatter Blast even just brings a moment even lower. Ignite, not entirely necessary, but he had a Soul Ring, so just use all the mana you got from it. Oh, Slasher Strike might be in trouble once again if... Never mind. Frost Blast doesn't connect. Lycan did have the ultimate off cooldown. He's gonna have a level 2 Necro book as well now. As Razor, whoa, just goes in. Plasma Field to harass Malum. That of course gives away a ward. Also gamers, they don't know where it exactly is, but yeah, they pinged out like, bam, there's a ward. Maybe he pinged that, oh, there's a hero there, but he wouldn't have gone for a Plasma Field like that if he hadn't known somebody's around. And that's it, Tier 1 tower also falling top lane. Puck gets the last hit, up to another 2k gold. Does he also go for Necrobook? Does he go for straight off boost of travels, or maybe even just go for a Dagon this game? But Akira might be in some trouble. Insolent comes in, Static Link activated already. There's Poison as well, Chain Frost, nice hook shot, but Hawkeye, he's on them. Double Blink, Blink Dagger, double Dream Coil. Faith in Strangers gets out. Akira not gonna be as lucky, breaks the Dream Coil as well. One more right click from Hawkeye, he's gonna get the kill. Well, took them a little bit longer than anticipated, but a kill is a kill. Faith in Strangers does escape, but they don't get the tower, they lose the Clockwork. And since Clockwork has been having a rather bad time, he's just not the tanky Clockwork you would expect him to be, or you would need him to be. Tower was destroyed by Slasher Strike at least, so he got the tier 1 mid lane. Tier 2 does take some damage in return, already down to half HP just from the Lycan being there for a little while. Insolent going for the Aghanim Scepter now. And what? Did he sell his Hand of Midas? Already? What? Was it just a misclick buying the Hand of Midas, or didn't even bring it out and sold it immediately? I have to say I did not look at it at all, but well, whatever the case may be, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'm gonna have to just check the game again, to be honest, for this. But they're gonna go for Faith in Strangers, just such an easy kill, no static link even necessary. You have plenty of damage without it, at least with the Eye of Storm activated. So another nice kill, Slasher Strike in the meantime. Does get the tier 1 in return with the level 2 Exorcism. But I think K- is perfectly fine with that, because they might be able to push out their own lane now. Especially knowing that the Death Prophet ultimate is on cooldown. Maybe that's the opening for Roshan for them, and sure looks like they're running for it at the moment. Akira, of course, with the hookshot. Might be pretty disruptive for a Rosh attempt. But all in all, K- looking just damn good. Terrorblade is farming up at the same rate as the Razor, so that's a good sign for them. But suddenly Necro level 3 finished for Lycan, and that's a huge item pickup this early. They have about a 7k, 7.5k net worth lead, almost an 8k, slightly above XP even. And Razor, he's only 700 gold away from finishing up the Aghanim Scepter. 3, 0, and 4 for him. Slasher Strike in the moment. Gonna run into the Razor now, or Razor actually is Static Link activated. There's the Plasma Field as well, but there's the hookshot. Can they turn it around somehow? I think they even might. Insolent drops pretty damn low and he can't do anything. Earth Splitter does secure the kill from a moment. So Razor got a little bit too eager there. Of course, K-, they're gonna get the trade from this. They get the tier 1, no Necrobook free even necessary. They might not even need their Necro free for this one, but they're gonna pop it anyway. I guess they wouldn't have wanted to go high ground at this point in the game anyway, so just pop the Necrobook, get the secure tier 2 and back the hell off. Hawkeye jones away as Faith in Strangers. Paralyzing Cask, it's gonna buy some time of course. Oh, multi-strike onto Slasher Strike. Multi-cast onto Slasher Strike, not multi-strike, man, what am I saying? Oh, Lycan does get the tower down, no deny there. But look at this Malum, oh god. The Metamorph illusions, going for the tower. Kikoini does come in to try to defend this. More TPs. Even Hawkeye is coming on the puck. They just want to clear off the illusions. Well, the illusions were about to expire anyway, so not that big of a deal, I guess. But what is Malum up to? Has the Yasha 2k after that? I guess Mata style straight off might be it, or just Yasha into Eye of Skadi, something like that. Oh, beautiful 4-step for the hookshot range. Oh my god, he catches Pure Evil Ogre Mage, he can't do much of anything. Got that one Fire Blast off, and now Poison going for the TP out. But Malum is sending one illusion to Scout. Exorcism comes out, level 2. They're gonna go for Rosh, and that was absolutely beautiful by Akira. 4-step forward just to make sure the illusions don't block the path. Just 4-step like this and hookshot in. Oh god. I just love this kind of plays. And now Malum, he has suddenly in ages. He has died only once in this game, which is a little bit surprising. I would have thought that K- have what it takes to just apply more pressure to the Terrorblade, but he's still number 2 in net worth. Lycan has surpassed him, or has been past him for pretty much the entire game, to be honest, I think. Itemceptor also finished the Razor, but Terrorblade, he's catching up, and that in itself already should be pretty scary for K-. But they can go for push. They are looking for some aggression for themselves. I mean, they have the boots of Trials and Hawkeye. He's level 11, level 2 Dream Coil. Hasn't actually gone for 4 points into phase shift. Usually they leave Dream Coil at level 1. He's going for a Yule Scepter next as well. He's pretty farmed, to be honest, I have to say, on the puck. But Death Prophet has just slightly more. And considering how well the game for puck has gone, I mean 4-0 and 2 compared to a 0-1-4 and 1 by now with the Death Prophet, you would expect a little bit more, I think. But look at this Akira coming in from the backstab. Rocket Flare comes out first. The tower is already down though. Dream Coil used onto a moment as well. He's gonna break the coil and go down Malum. They need to get the Terrorblade. There's the Chain Frost. Gonna bounce around a little bit. But he had the Aegis, so not that big of a deal. Akira came in with the hookshot. Forced himself out. Leave poison there. But they need only like one lockdown, and well, that one lockdown isn't even necessary. Death Ward will bring down poison or nope. Ice Armor hips out against the physical damage, of course. Lycan thrown up in the air. And they just back off. They got the tier 2. They get 2 kills. And they get the Aegis as well. That's one of the best fights they could have asked for, really. As I guess the tower got the last hit. Nobody wanted to take the pure damage. And oh, they're going for Malum again. Fire Blast, no multicast. Ignite does get the multicast, but that's not what you needed. They needed the double Fire Blast. Would have been just guaranteed kill, I think. But all in all, still pretty damn good fight. Almost even bringing down the Terrorblade like this. 13-5. Graphs have dropped down a little bit now, going back towards the 7.5 mark for net worth. XP, whoa, the drop was actually pretty huge, about 6k. Still a 4k lead for K-, so not doing bad in general. Terrorblade though, he needs a little bit more. The Manta style, of course, will help out just to get rid of a Silence of the Waning Rift, for example. To make sure you can use a Sunder, for example, there. Oh god, water. Water is man's best friend. Malum is even smoked up now. Now he's gonna start farming. I mean, the smoke didn't really get him anything. He even has 1 point into reflection. Sometimes you just see Terrorblades going like straight off stats, not even going for that 1 point. But I think just having 1 value point might already be enough. Just get the movement slow. Might be exactly what you need to set up a solo kill, for example. As man, with the Metamorphosis, he can solo kill quite a lot of heroes, to be honest. Puck might be one of the hardest. Razor should be able to outrun him as well before he gets the Eye of Skadi. Which is still pretty damn far, just far away. Akira looks to be going for a chainmail now. Yeah, most likely will. Not the chainmail, a blade mail, that is. What am I saying? The chainmail is the item. Has the Robe of Magi and the chainmail, so just needs the broadsword next. Insolent up to another 1.6k gold. Lycan, what does he have? Going for an AC, I love that item. Gonna help out against the damage output of House of Gamers, whether it be the Death Ward, whether it be the Death Prophet Exorcism, and of course just getting the bonus armor makes it a little bit better against Elder Titan as well, because he only reduces base armor. So, do we have any other... Oh, Yule Scepter onto Puck. Can they follow up with the Silence? Illusory Robe already used. He cannot blink out. His own Yule Scepter though, maybe gets the blink. No, he doesn't, but he gets the triple Dream Coil. Plasma Field comes out as well. Insolent needs a little bit more. They're gonna go for a Slasher Strike. Should get the kill. There's the Chain Frost. Gonna bounce once. They get the kill. Akira gets slowed down as well. And well, with the Necrobooks, with the Shapeshift. Oh, but the hookshot. How many times has he hookshotted himself to the Witch Doctor by now? Nice escape, but in the end, House of Gamers, they were the ones going for the aggression, yet they lose 3 heroes. It's just kind of unacceptable, to be honest. That kind of trade should not ever happen. I mean, maybe if you lose 2 supports, it's arguably worth it if you would kill, for example, a Lycan. But, well, that was not the case. And Lycan, he's level 16 now. After this, he's gonna have his AC finished in only 400 gold. And he is getting scary. I mean, as is Terrorblade, I guess, but Terrorblade just needs like 1 extra item. Needs the Eye of Skadi. Or maybe even Butterfly, or I don't know. I think Eye of Sky would be the best. Just get some nice tank from it as well. But now, K-, they look to just head towards the tier 2, the last outer remaining tower, as Insolent might be in some trouble. Slowed down from the reflection, not enough. And Insolent, do you really want to turn it around? Are you going a little bit too greedy again? I guess not. Slasher Strike doesn't think to just pincer him anyway. Blade Mail also finished on Clockwork, who is not even with his team, just split pushing out the other lane. Lycan takes care of the tower rather easily, with the Eye of the Storm helping out from Insolent. And that's gonna be a tier 3, maybe if they keep on going. They have the shapeshift, but they don't have the AC yet, which is in the stash. In the meantime, of course, Malum split pushing away. Metamorphosis, Manta Style, Conjure Image. Just look at the damage coming out. He has a Manta Style, that's pretty much his only item, but he can just take care of buildings so damn fast anyway. You have to send somebody back if the Terror Blade is at your base, or at your tower, buildings, whatever. So, taking a quick look at the graph, still about an 8k net worth lead for K- XP, back to 7.5 as well. So they're being a little bit more efficient, plus of course, winning favorable skirmishes for themselves. But who can win the late game battle? That's the big question here. I guess Death Prophet isn't all that farmed, or rather, he's not getting any farm at all. He was doing pretty nicely at some point, had a little bit more than Puck, but Puck has surpassed him by now. So, oh, look at Faith in Strangers as well. You would want to go straight off Aghanim Scepter, but you have double bracers. But K-, they've grouped up on the top lane once again. Are they really going high ground? I mean, they have the level 3 Eye of the Storm. Insolent going for a Heart of Trask now as well, by the looks of it. Or unless it's a Crimson Scar. Oh man, he's going for a Crimson Scar this late into the game. I'm not too sure about that. Although, never mind. Against illusion-based heroes like Terrorblade, it can actually be worth it even going for it this late. So not that bad of an idea, really. It doesn't cost you extra mana either. Wah. Got them yawns coming out. Solo casting is not for me. But the tier 3 tower, look at this. Just the wolves, the necrobooks, as well as the Eye of the Storm. And tier 3 is down. Can they get some racks as well? Paralyzing Cast does come through. Does quite a lot, but the racks without the glyph should go down. No, they cannot focus. Wolves, Paralyzing Cast is too damn strong. Oh, and there's the hookshot, beautifully done. 4-step out immediately onto the Razor though. Hikoni pops his ultimate as well. He just wants the racks, I think, or never mind, wants to go for Akira. Goes in with one rack. There's the Dream Coil. Catching two. Can they go for a moment as well? It should be an easy kill, but your Splitter will hit only onto Pure Evil. The angle was just pretty bad. If it had gone like this, then maybe. But now they're on the run anyway. They got the range racks. Poison, can he TP out? Nope, the Power Cogs to push him back. But it's only a Lich, it's not that big of a deal. Echo Stomp will catch him as well. Hawkeye still around. They pop the Exorcism. They just need to keep on running. Silence onto Hawkeye. Gets the Blink out. Force the forward used on Pure Evil. So I think Ogre Magi might be the sacrificial lamb here. Goes for the Fire Blast. No multicast, but he knows his state. There's just nothing for him to do anymore. 4-step still on cooldown. He's actually maybe. Can he juke it out? Nope. Slasher Strike gets it. And Hawkeye TPs out at the same time. Malum has been farming up the entire time, of course, on the Terror Blade. Didn't even opt to choose to join the fight at all. But 16 to 8 now, we really don't have the most amount of kills. But the first racks were taken by K-. And they didn't even just endanger themselves that much. Razor did drop pretty low, of course, I have to admit that one. And the hookshot was pretty decent from Akira, but even with the hookshot, there was just an instant, literally an instant 4-step by, I think it was the Ogre Magi. Yeah, Lich doesn't even have it, so must have been the Ogre. Excellently done. Without that 4-step, they wouldn't have gotten out. There's just no way. Maybe it was the Clockwork 4-stepping him even, thinking he's gonna be faced in the other direction. Just let's say he cogged here. If he had 4-stepped him this way, the cogs would have pushed him even farther in. So he could have attempted something like that. If you hookshot and Razor is looking at you at the same time, there's a good chance that you can 4-step him over your cogs towards your own team. And Akira places down defensive cogs to prevent the high ground push, but the creeps hadn't arrived anyway. It was just Razor time to come in, and they want to get the melee racks. And without the tier 3 tower being there, it should be easy. Howl activated, Necrobooks, the wolves are out. Paralyzing Cask once again doing quite a lot of work here, but it's just not nearly enough. Racks down, Necrobooks drop low and are stunned for just quite a while, but look at this. Malum doing the best they can, going for the counter push, or split push, or however you want to call it. They are pushing themselves with the Terror Blade, who does have his High of Skadi money now if he just wants to buy it up. You may want to save for buyback, but I think without the High of Skadi you cannot fight, and you just might lose another set of racks like that. Roshan is also up though, so maybe he's gonna wait with the money. If he gets the Aegis, then he's gonna finish up the item, and if he doesn't, then just, I don't know, wait for buyback and then purchase the entire item. K minus, they don't have minus armor apart. Well, AC might already be enough. I mean, Lycan does quite a lot of damage. They're gonna have Hawkeye TP in as well. Do they have a gem on anybody? I think it's a little bit weird that they don't. You would usually want to have a gem. A moment, Astro Spirit already used. There's the Death Ward from the high ground just to make sure that Roshan isn't gonna go down immediately. Roshan almost down to half HP though. And Pure Evil with Kikoini, they're on the hunt. Bloodlust, it's level 2 only. Ogre Magi only level 11. But even a level 2 Bloodlust is better than none. And that's the Eye of Skadi finished. Another 1.4k on top of that. So does he have enough for buyback? No, not quite. But he's pretty damn close. So it only needs like 1 kill to have enough. Oh no, no sneezing please. Oh god. Oh. Suddenly got such a sneezing feeling in my nose. Shiva's card finishes Slash Strike on the Death Prophet. Gonna help out somewhat, of course, for himself to survive. As well as help out the teams a little bit. Maybe even counter push, just Crypt Swarm Shiva's card. Although usually you would want to reserve the Shiva's card for an actual fight. And Astro Spirit, man, it's returning from God knows where. It was pretty far away from the Elder Titan. But they're split pushing, they're doing their best. And Kikoini now gonna go back into the Roshan pit. Roshan down to half HP, and wow, look at how fast it's dropping. I don't. Well, Necro level 3, popping it and trying to do it fast enough. Oh, Kira is gonna get stunned up. There's the beautiful Blink Dream Coil as well. But the Blade Mail does quite a lot. The Chain Frost bounces through a little bit. Oh, Slash Strike, he actually brings it back to Malum. Finally, it's gonna end. Can they get another stun? Oh, the vision faded, I think. 4 steps to the low ground now from Pure Evil. But everybody has escaped. So that's Dream Coil on cooldown, together with Chain Frost. Do they still want to keep on going though? Was it the cheese as well? No, there wasn't. It was the second Roche, I think. It must have been the third one, wasn't it? Is it on the courier or something? Huh. I really don't know what's going on. I guess it was the second one after all. Maybe somebody ate up the cheese immediately, or they destroyed it, or I don't know, maybe they sold it. They sold the tooltip after all before that. It does give you 500 gold if you sell it. Or, well, never mind, I guess it must have been the second one, K- Minus's first one. I was so sure that K- Minus have gotten 2 Roshas, but guess it was only this one. But Aghanim Scepter finished up for the puck now. That's a huge item, you just cannot break it, man. 4.5 second stun is ridiculous. Or never mind, it's only level 2. So the break stun duration is going to be 3 seconds instead of 4.5, so I guess it's not as horrible, but still 3 second stun is pretty damn strong. Yeah, and it's not like you have diminishing returns for stuns in this game, like in World of Warcraft or something like that. So you can just get stunned by the Fire Blast, multiple Fire Blast, and then the 3 second stun from that. But oh, Cogs, never mind, 4 steps away from Akira himself. She just Cogs in the Ogre Magi. Nothing else happened. Relax, guys. Move along. There's nothing to see here. Craft still sitting around 7.5 net worth, 7.5 XP as well, going slightly up, slightly down at times. But K- they're definitely wanting to go on the aggressive, and the Hawkeye comes in the Dream Coil only onto 1. Yule Scepter used as well. Does he break the coil? Yes, he does. There's the 3 second stun coming out. Chain Frost. Whoa. Whoa, what? What the hell was that camera movement? Did I press the courier? I don't even know, but the tier 3 drops pretty low. They get the 1 kill. Elder Titan, not the biggest kill by any means. But Eye of Skadi, Terror Blade, is he gonna be huge enough? I mean, he's had so much time to farm in this game already. He's gonna have to start making use of that farm. Tier 3 goes down, Lycan thrown up in the air. Still has the Aegis, but no shapeshift. And Insolent. Up to 3.5k gold as well on the Razor. Hawkeye. Up to another 1000 after the Dragon Scepter being finished. Ogre still level 11 though. No more points for Bloodlust after these two initial ones. At least not yet. But Kikoini up to 2k gold, or does he have anything more? Nope, doesn't look like it. I guess maybe go for Abyssal Blade next. Just get extra damage, some proper lockdown as well. If you just Abyssal anybody, you can just chew them through so damn fast. Aegis is still on Lycan. It's still there. Mech finally, 37 minutes in, finished on Poison Man. This Lich, he was trying so hard to get to his mech and he finally succeeds. This late it's not like the greatest item, but it's none too shabby. I mean, keep the creep wave alive. There's the Necro level 3 coming out. They want to go again. They have the Shapeshift. They have the Dream Coil as well. They don't have the Chain Frost quite yet. 15 seconds away. But that's Rax already down. The hook shot comes in, catches two as well. But it's just not enough. The Crimson Scar keeping them alive. Insolent might go down. Death Ward comes through as well. It's gonna be enough with the Earth Splitter helping out from before. Akira, he buys back. Hawkeye dropping low. Can he jaunt out? Silence onto Faithless Strangers. Another phase shift. They need a little bit more. There's the Chain Frost coming through. Bounces into the illusion. Malam, he's on the run with Hawkeye. Getting chased down by a moment. 4-step. A little bit more. That's all he needs. As the Spirit needs to return to him for the damage. But no, there's the Fire Blast. He got the jaunt out as well. Ignite to slow him down. Echo Stomp. Doesn't do much of anything, but look at Kikoini. He loses his life, and he's probably gonna lose it the second time as well. He tried to go for the greed, go for the third set of racks, and well, Blade Mail activated with the illusions. Malam makes quick work of him. Up to 4.8k gold. Wow, 4.8k gold suddenly on Terror Blade. He can go for a Butterfly next, I guess. But the buybacks were there. It was a 2-for-1. 2 buybacks on House of Gamers. Only one on the Razor for K-. Not like it was entirely necessary. I'm not too sure why the Razor bought back. I mean, with Boots of Travels, maybe. But I also think his ultimate was on cooldown at that time. Maybe, maybe not, but still a little bit weird. Suddenly though, oh, Pure Evil has his Bloodlust maxed out. Gets the stun onto a moment as well. Ignite. And well, just chased down by Insolent. I have no idea what a moment was planning me. Wasn't even carrying any wards or anything. Now finally Chem purchased by the Lich as well. I would expect Puck to start carrying it, maybe sell a Ring of Bazzi even. Armor is nice though, definitely is. So maybe even sell Magic Wand, although, man, Magic Wand I think it's best item in the game. Look at House of Gamers. Do they want to go for counter racks here? Are they going for like one huge fight, knowing that the Razor's buyback is on cooldown? Illusion Orb, yes, gonna come through. The illusions, of course, pretty damn tanky off Malam's Terror Blade now. 2.6k HP on himself, of course, and oh, he went for a BKB. Just to be on the safe side. Just to make sure Chain Frost doesn't completely wreck yourself. Or Fire Blast or whatnot. Still has to be careful of not breaking the coil if he gets connected before the BKB. So, oh man, we're gonna be so behind schedule with all the delays that happened with this game. We should have like a new series every 2 hours. But the next series in theory should start in half an hour. But it's no big deal in the sense that, I mean, K- is one of the participants there anyway. Oh, Akira, he's gonna run into 2. Can he get the perfect hogs of Kikoini? Paralysis Cast, not gonna bounce. He wants to go for Poison solo, might even succeed. Of course, the mech is there, but he has the gems of Poison. He doesn't want to die here. Pops the mech as well, but there's the hook shot from Akira. Battery Assault, still around, and in the meantime, they're gonna go for Slasher Strike. Gets the multicast, but it's not enough. Will it be with Kikoini, with his BKB? He wants to go for it. Eye of Skadi, not gonna slow him down, but he didn't follow up if the kill. He just goes for the TP out. As Poison, he's still on the run, pops the magic stick. Can he juke and TP out? No, he cannot. Runs into Malam. Gem on the ground. That was a just horrible fight, and I just got completely tunnel visioned for this Lich here. And he lost the gem. He got bullied by a Clockwork. Razor down without buyback. What the hell was that fight? And Lycan just not manning up, not going for the last right click on Death Prophet. Did you think that he got the kill with that one right click anyway? Of course, House of Gamers, they cannot leave their base alone because they're losing the buildings at the moment, losing the small ones. Although, Malam, man, just look at this illusion army. Some of them are metamorphosed up still as well. They had the glyph, of course, on K-. So, are they going to be able to do it? Akira just places down power cogs preemptively a moment. Gonna throw up Hawkeye in the air, who doesn't have Dream Coil yet. But look at this, Kikoni goes in with the Necro level 3. Cliff comes out and House of Gamers, they have to TP back Kikoni. He did exactly what he went for, and there's the silence onto a moment. Does he have, oh no, 3 more seconds, he'll set her up. Can he use the Echo Stomp? Maybe. Phase Shift is there, there's the Chain Frost as well. Puck is gonna come through with a Dream Coil. Nope, he's waiting for the Chain Frost, still bouncing through. Illusion not gonna connect onto Akira, but most likely the Clockwork will die. He doesn't even have a TP, unless, can he really juke himself that far away? Slash Strike gonna escape, Pure Evil, Silence misses, but Hawkeye cleans up Akira in the end. Slash Strike does escape as well. But nicely done by K-. They make House of Gamers back off. They even keep their tier 3 alive. Plus they get some counter kills. Of course, killing Razor before by House of Gamers was pretty nice. Getting the gem as well. But gem suddenly back in the Lich's pockets. And wow, Hawkeye, is he really going for a Refresher Orb? Because it sure looks like he is. Has the Oblivion Staff. So that means he's about 1000 gold away from finishing up the entire thing. And Razor going for the same. Only has the Perseverance though, but has enough for an Oblivion Staff and then needs another 1.8 to finish up the recipe. But this is going to be Roshan number 3, I guess. With the G's as well this time around. And they're bringing it down pretty fast. No Necrobook even needed. Or is it, never mind, House of Gamers? Yeah, they're gonna have to defend their base for too long. So who's gonna pick up the Aegis? Who's gonna go for the Cheese? In some sense you would even maybe want to have Cheese on Lycan instead, just because if he dies, he's not gonna be coming back in ultimate form. I guess same applies to Razor these days. If you die, Eye of the Storm will expire. So we're 43 minutes in. 43 and a half here in a moment. He's in the silence. Necrobook level 3 used. Malam comes in. He's trying to go for the right clicks, but the Crimson Scar is there. Silence as well. Tier 3 is already down, but Kikoni dropping low. He can tank it, of course. Echo Stomp is there as well. Is he gonna go down? Oh, the hookshot misses. That's huge. Oh god, Earth Splitter, will it kill Lycan? Not yet. They throw up Ogre in the air. As Malam, he's just tanking everything up. I guess he must have buyback. Yes, he does indeed. But they're gonna go for the other hero, Slash Strike. He's gonna have to do quite a lot. Ghost Scepter already activated. Insulate pops the Cheese. Forced out so early. There's the Sunder. Oh my freaking god, Malam. The Sunder is so huge and Insulate now. He's on the run. He doesn't have a TP. He can't do much of anything except just keep on running. But the Rax, they're losing their Rax in the meantime. Shapeshift activated. Kikoni drops low, but if they get the Rax, it might all be but over. Hawkeye, does he have enough to bring down the last one? No, the Exorcism, the Focus Fire is too much. Triple kill for Slasher Strike. Range Rax are still alive. Razor did make it out though. He did not have buyback, so that's pretty important. But Lich, where you at, bro? But still, man, even if they didn't get the supersized Mega Creeps right away, a ranged Rax with 200 HP is not all that reliable. I mean, Lycan can just come in and backdoor it at some point. Just come in with the ultimate, charge it, go in with a few right clicks, get it down, and even if you die and if you have still buyback at the same time, it's just fine. Aghanim Scepter finished finally on the Witch Doctor as well. Maybe it's gonna help out, maybe not. Looking at the net worth, which we haven't done for some time, we see that Malam, he's number 1 now, has the Butterfly finished after the BKB. So he's almost 6 slotted, not quite of course, but getting pretty close to it. But 45 minutes in, you would maybe even expect Terrorblade to be 6 slotted. 10k net worth lead still for K5, or K minus. 7.5, 7500 in XP as well. But House of Gamers, they don't have the Exorcism. That's the biggest worry. He's going for the Refresher Orb. So once they get that, they might be able to just clean up a fight in their own base and then use the second Exorcism to counter push. But Lycan, Boots of Travels purchased. We all know what that may mean. No lanes are pushing in at the moment, or at least not too far. Maybe the top lane, but 15 Strangers, he's been left back. Although with his Aghanims, maybe could have... I guess you need Elder Titan to just kind of ensure a team fight win, if that's even possible to ensure at the moment. Although last time around there was Cheese and Aegis on the side of K-. Malam slowly making those illusions for himself. As House of Gamers, they smoke in the completely different direction. House of Gamers, unfortunately, can't go back toward themselves. I don't think they would even be strong enough for that. Maybe with Metamorphosis and just a couple of illusions. But not at the moment. And yeah, smoke straight off in. Just backdoor it up. Should be easy enough, and it's down. Kikoni gets the last hit for it as well. Going for a straight TP out. Necrobook level 3 wasn't even really needed. House of Gamers, though, they know it's their only chance. Just barrel down mid lane, win the fight. Although, looking at the buyback status and just shuffling them by teams, only the supports on Commander Minus don't have it. So I think they should have a pretty easy time of defending this. I mean, also gamers, the only one to have buyback is the Death Prophet. And Plasma Field comes through, slowing down the push. Only by a little bit. Kikoni doesn't have his ultimate, or does? Yes, he does, never mind me. But the racks are dropping low, they still have the glyph, they're waiting for it. You'll set it up onto Puck. Malum, look at this damage, man. It's crazy, but there's the Chain Frost finally coming through. No illusions anymore. Can they get more stuns onto Malum? He pops his BKB, goes for the Thunder as well. Kikoni suddenly with his own BKB, he's on the run. Now Insolent, gonna get slowed down, but he's still doing a pretty decent amount. Pretty damn tanky with the Crimson Scar. Slash strike. Can they kill off the Death Prophet? Oh yes, they can, with the Dream Coil helping out a little bit. But nice Melody comes through with the Death. Oh god, the Death Ward does so damn much. They bring down the Razor, but they buy back. As does the Lycan. Malum drops low. A nice silence comes out, but it's still not enough. They need to bring him down. Finally they do. Hawkeye gets the kill. Akira misses with the hookshot. Pure Evil. Another stun to come out. Blade Mail not enough to just save him. Buybacks from the Terror Blade and from the Clockwork. They got enough money in the middle of the team fight. But does it really matter? I mean, they have to just save their own base for everything. Hikoni though, gonna get slowed down. He Boots of Traveled in. Huge mistake to make. Absolutely huge. He doesn't have buyback himself anymore. But does it matter? I mean, Mega Creeps are in your base. Do you have even what it takes to push it out? 3 buybacks on House of Gamers, 2 on K minus. Just look at the numbers. 10k XP, 8.5. Both teams losing gold. that's pretty funny, to be honest. Don't see all that often. Just fight recap, both teams losing gold. But Insolent getting closer and closer to that Refresher Orb. And now with his buyback on cooldown for another 6 minutes, he can easily finish it up, as Death Prophet does the exact same thing at the moment. Would have thought that with the buyback he might not have enough. But they got enough out of the fight from before, so he does have the Refresher. And they're holding on for dear life. Terrorblade, of course, should be pretty fast in just pushing out the lanes. Maybe can even go for lifesteal after the drums now or something. Boots of Travels, also an Elder Titan. I mean, everybody needs to get Boots of Travels, but the lanes are just pushing in at all times. It's so freaking hard to do anything about this. Supersized Mega Creeps, man, they aren't just for show. And Hawkeye, up to 6k gold, can go for the Hex, can finish up the Refresher Orb if he wants to. Both probably will be rather fine. Man, 6k gold. He's the only one to have buyback still as well. Looking at the net worth, looking at how much, well, nobody else has a crazy amount of gold apart from the Puck, I guess. Last hits, 504. Man, he's taken over the game so much, at least when it comes to last hits. 506 compared to 287 on Lycan. But comparing net worth, it's just a 800-900 difference between the two. But game is still going on. I mean, double Shiva's cards, double Ghost Scepter for Death Prophet if he really needs them. Double Ultimate is the biggest deal, of course, but Hawkeye is gonna have the Refresher Orb, and they get the stun onto Slash Strike, not a multicast, but there's the Death Ward from Fate Instrangers, never mind. Immediately cancelled, almost immediately at least. Slash Strike, he goes down, no buyback. What goes does Refresher do? But the hookshot comes out, Pure Evil, he's gonna go down to Malum Soul with his PKB activated. Insolent drops low. Does he have enough solo? I don't think so. Akira, they're gonna get the kill. And that's no buyback on Razor either, but the base still going down. Kikoni gonna get slept up a moment. Pops the Earth Splitter as Necrobooks. Had they only right click the Elder Titan a little bit, would have been the kill. But now Kikoni gonna get slowed down as well. No way to escape anymore, no Boots of Travels, no ultimate form. Malum gonna slow him down even further with the Reflection, and he's gonna get the kill as well. Natural Order came out, of course, from the Astral Spirit here. So they hang on for a little bit longer. Lycan, I think he's misplayed the two last situations, just going into the enemy base and underestimating them. It's really hard for also gamers to still come back, of course, but it is doable, even if it's just almost impossible. It can be done. Boots of Travels on Witch Doctor as well. If only he gets a nice Death Ward off like he did in that fight here. Hawkeye, does he have his Refresher? Yeah, it's flying out. Another 3.4k after this as well. So if they have enough time to farm, he can just go for the Hex and have double X with the Refresher Orb. Refresher still not finished on the Razor because, well, he died. Lich has a Ghost Scepter of his own. That's going to definitely help against the Terror Blade. And well, how many boots of travels do they have in general on the dire side? 3 at the moment. Slash Strike needs his own as well. Pretty far away from it, of course, gold wise. He's just gonna have to somehow be able to survive to use the double ultimate. Somehow, I don't know how, but he's gonna have to do it if they want to win. And now, Hawkeye just split pushing the lanes. Roshan is up once again as well. Poison and Pure Evil, the two supports can't really solo it. Finally, Pure Evil has his own Aghanim Scepter on the Ogre. So double Fire Blasts, one just a normal one, the other one unrefined. Hikoni hasn't really picked up any items either for quite some time. And he doesn't have any damaging items, so he's not that scary in a fight at the moment, to be honest. And the buybacks, they're gonna cool off before we might even see the end of this game. But K-, they might just be looking for this, just have the buybacks cool off. Go dive against the Ancient. If you die, buyback Boots of Travels in. If you don't die, well, GG anyway. But do they really want to wait for House of Gamers to get buyback back? Akira didn't try to go for Razor this time around. Oh, nice multicast. Another multicast, but only 2 for both. Ignite to follow as well. Can they bring down Akira? Maybe Astral Spirit come through. Voodoo Restoration, and well, Akira can TP out Wolves. Didn't have enough damage. Blade Mail was also activated. And they failed to catch anybody. I mean, so close, so damn close. If Ogre Magi had gotten a triple cast on one of those stuns, would have been a kill. But still, House of Gamers, their hands are just so full of trying to defend base. And Malum, he can't really activate his Metamorphosis to get stronger illusions to push out the lanes, just because you need the Metamorphosis to actually fight when K- comes in. Power Threads dropped by the Lycan. He even picked up a double damage rune. So that's gonna be easy Roshan. Number 4 for them. Another cheese, another Aegis. And well, if they can't finish it with this, I don't know how they're gonna finish. They can still just wait it out. They should get more XP and gold at all times, just farming up the jungle. You're not, of course, gonna see dire creeps too much, just because, well, your own creeps are always destroying them because they're so damn strong. What's the... oh man. We are so behind schedule, it's not even funny. It's on it. Oh, he went for it. He went for the Refresher Orb. He finished it up as well. Cheese is on Ogre Magi. So, I think Cheese on Razor may still be a little bit better. Especially if you have double ultimate. You want to make sure you do not die. Although the double ultimate is going to be so damn strong in the fight. Lycan has buyback now as well. Razor, he wasted all of his gold, so he doesn't, of course. Lycan has double life. What are they waiting for? Hawkeye, silence. Never mind, blinks out. Couldn't get the proper jump on him. So, K-, they can afford it to just play it loose, wait it out. They still have the net worth lead and probably will have for the entire game unless they start heavily throwing now. XP though, only about 4,000, 3.5 difference. So that's pretty much nothing. But the lanes are somehow, miraculously, just... they're keeping them pushed out as best as they can. They're not getting near the Ancient. The Ancient is slowly but surely regioning up. But it is pretty damn slow. that one is for sure. Oh god. This game has turned to be pretty damn boring. Hawkeye up to 5.8k gold. So Puck gonna have his sheep stick if he wants to finish it up. And that's just the keyword, if he wants to. Oh, Dream Coil used onto a moment. Hawkeye, he popped this first one, goes in with the silence as well, goes for the Chaunt out, and he's safe. Death Ward, not used, but it's enough to get the kill on Elder Titan. Did he break the coil himself there? As well, everybody's trying to push in. Malum, oh, they got the Metamorphosis to activate. That's a huge deal, man. Lycan didn't even have to do anything. I guess he popped the Necro Book, but that's completely fine for them, I think, in this situation. Hawkeye still has the second Dream Coil as well if he really needs to use it. At the moment, just blinks out. They cannot catch him. Can't touch him. Can't touch it. Can't touch this. No. Well, 6.5k gold on Hawkeye. Is he gonna go try to set up a solo kill again? If he creates enough space, they can just go for straight off Ancient. I mean, Age is gonna be reclaimed in about 1 minute and 55 seconds. So they have already waited for 3 minutes, or just about. With the G's, with the Ages. They don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Kikoni up to 4.2k gold as well. They want to make damn sure that they don't throw this game, but it's just not too fun to watch. Well, Refresher Orb, Insolent hasn't even gotten the chance to use it yet. Dream Coil off cooldown now, and he puts it to use as well onto Akira this time around. Clockwork. He cannot engage the other side, but they're not going for those just movements. It wasn't a diversion at all. It's just I popped my Dream Coil and that's about it. I thought like you pop your Dream Coil just to make sure that he cannot hook shot into the rest of the fight, but now Yule Scepter up onto the puck. It's his own. Can they bring him down? No silence to follow. But Insolent pops his first ultimate. He still has the second one. So Kikoni gonna come in. They're gonna go for the Ancient straight away. They have a cliff still. Chain Frost to come through. Malam with the BKB doesn't care at all. Hawkeye, he drops so low. As does Kikoni. He still has the Aegis, of course, and they can't bring him down. But Akira is down. Malam, no Metamorphosis. Is he gonna go down as well to the double ultimate of the Razor? I think he is. Oh no, he gets the Sunder at the last second. Lycan, he was full HP just from the Aegis. He came back. And now Slash Strike might even have enough. Insolent is around. He's gonna bring down Malam, but Terrorblade buys back immediately. The double ultimate of Insolent going for the Ancient, and they're gonna get the Ancient finally. Man, what a freaking fight this was. What a freaking fight. So, guys, this was only game number 1. It is a 2-game series. We're gonna head more or less straight into it. So don't go anywhere. And well, Commander Minus, they take game number 1. House of Gamers, can they take game number 2? Maybe, maybe not. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do hope you enjoy the cast with all the pauses at the start and whatnot. But a pretty nice game otherwise. So if you like this, be sure to follow us on our social media to know when we're going live with the rest of our games on what channels and whatnot. Because we're casting on multiple platforms depending on the tournament. So it's HeflaTV for both Facebook and Twitter. The links are also below the stream. If you enjoyed my casting personally and want to leave me some feedback or follow me, it's at Coucher on Twitter, everywhere, pretty much Twitch, even Facebook should be fine. Find me like that. But this is it for game number 1, guys. So see you in game 2.
Watch.